This training method will take you from average to baller in 30 days. So I went for team training last week, Friday, and as usual, I had a very good performance in training, and I was happy with myself. And as I was leaving training, as all of us were going together, and I was leaving training, I just saw someone walk beside me, and when I looked beside me was one short boy that was around my waist height, or not even up to my waist. And he now asked in a very cute voice that before I joined this training, how did I get my skills? And like, for a small boy to give you that kind of compliment, it was not a compliment, it was a question. But for a small boy to give it, it meant a lot to me. And I was so happy to explain to him. Like, if you see the smile on my face, like as if I was waiting for somebody to ask me that question since. So I told him the things that I'm going to tell you in this video. Then I asked for his age. He told me he was 9. And I told him how lucky he was that by this age he already wants to improve our football. That at the age of 11, I never know any football team. I don't know any football player. So he's very lucky that I started from a very, very young age. And I gave him some tips that I'm going to give you too in this video. Those are the tips that I used when I was 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 that allowed me to improve as fast as possible. And him asking me that question reminded me of my mistakes, of the mistakes that I made, and how I did not have anybody to correct me. And if I don't make those mistakes, maybe I would have gotten to where I want to go a little bit faster. So you are lucky to have me, and please use the tips that I'm going to give you in this video to go from average to baller in 30 days. The first tip I'm going to give you is to watch full matches. The problem with most footballers nowadays is that they don't understand the game of football. And the reason why they don't understand the game of football is because they don't watch full matches. They watch highlights, and highlights don't show the real game. Highlights don't show how the player moved before he was able to receive the ball. Highlights don't show how many times the player lost the ball before the player was able to take on their defender. For example, now when I used to watch Neymar highlights, I used to think that Neymar would dribble, that any attempt at a dribble, he always made it. But then the day I watched the full match of Neymar, I was so surprised because that guy kept losing the ball. He lost the ball more times than any other player on the pitch. Even someone like Bruno Fernandes, the day I started watching full matches of Bruno Fernandes, he lost the ball many times. Like, the most creative players always lose the ball. And watching highlights don't show you that part of the game. They don't show you the off-the-ball movement that they use to create space. They don't show you how they communicate with their teammates. They just show their best moment on when they dribbled, when they scored, when they played the free kick. And that's not the real game. So please stop watching highlights and watch the full game. If you cannot focus on a full match for 90 minutes, if you claim that a full match is too boring for you to watch, then football may not be for you. And when you're watching full matches, sometimes if you're watching your team, I want you to watch for maybe just joy of the game and for passion. Watch the full match of your team for passion. But when it's not your team playing, I want you to look for players in your position and take notes. Take notes on players in your position, and what they did before they received the ball, what they are doing when the fullback is with the ball. For example, now I'm a midfielder, so I study players like Odegaard. I'll take notes. I'll not watch any other player. I'll not watch the ball. All I'll be watching for that game is Odegaard. The movement he makes off the ball, how he scans the pitch, the decisions he makes and why, the type of first touch he's taking, and his style of play in general, everything. Like, for example, in this notebook, I should have some jottings of one of my analysis. Some of my analysis. Let me see whether I can get. Okay, I have one of Martin Odegaard versus Olympiacos. In that match, he just came back from injury and he dropped a banger. So this is how I analyze. These are some of the things that I wrote. Know what you're going to do before receiving the ball. Open body position, facing the field, and then checking if you have space to receive. Being proactive and finding where the space is, with timing your run into space with perfection. Head up and trying to play forward passes slash disguised passes. So I wrote a lot of things in just that first half of the match. I just wrote a lot of things. So that if you want to improve, you just find a player in your position and write down everything he's doing off the ball, on the ball, and every minute detail, even his characters, how he's communicating with his teammates, how active he is on the ball and off the ball. The next tip that'll take you from average to baller in 30 days is to train unrestricted. This part is very, very important, and is one of the places that I made mistakes earlier when I was trying to improve. The problem is that I checked YouTube on how to improve maybe my dribbling, my passing, my shots, and in almost everything there were cone drills. I know me, I couldn't afford cones, so I'll just line up shoes and be doing robotic movements in between the shoes or socks that I lined up. And the problem is that maybe if you are starting off as an absolute beginner that have never touched a ball in your life, doing a few minutes of those are okay. But why do you think that players like Neymar, Ronaldinho, and Yamal, do you think that they got their creativity from just passing in between shoes that they went to go and line up on the court? No, they played unrestricted. The problem is that cone drills, they limit your creativity. They don't allow you to think outside the box. You are robotic. There are lines, there are restrictions. I want you to be trained unrestricted. All you need is a ball and some space and have fun. Let your imagination go wild. Imagine you're in the World Cup final, dribbling past defenders, doing rainbow flicks, doing skills, and scoring a last-minute winner to save your team. I want you to be creative. Please just stop the cone drill, stop the ball mastery. Just go be train unrestricted. Be creative. Use the maximal intent principle. So the maximal intent principle is a principle whereby you train at a level that is not too easy, that the skill becomes boring, but it's not too difficult that you don't have quality in your training. So for flow states, there has been research done on flow states that the only way you can enter the flow state is when the task you are doing is not too easy and the task you are doing is not too difficult. So you can also apply this to training, because the best footballers operate in the flow state more times than none. So in order for you to train like this, for example, if we are doing unrestricted dribbling now, that's where we imagine defenders coming at us and we dribble at them using the first skill that comes to mind without thinking, using our intuition. So the way we can apply max intent to this is that, let's assume this is too easy and this is too difficult. We want to be operating just very close to the difficult. We don't want to be operating too difficult that then the quality drops off, because that means we're going to be reinforcing bad quality reps. But instead, we don't want it to be too easy that it's going to be boring. Once you're operating on the line of difficulty, whereby we're making small mistakes, and those small mistakes that we're making means that we're pushing the limits of our ability. Don't be scared of mistakes. Mistakes happen, and you should embrace mistakes when you are training. You should push the limits of your ability. Don't train too easily. Like, imagine if we're dribbling now, if we're doing max intense dribbling or unrestricted dribbling, we want to dribble at an intensity that is like match realistic. But when you're going too fast, that you're losing the ball too many times, then it's not more efficient. So that's how you apply the max intent principle, and you can apply it to passing with ball and wall passing. You can apply it to shooting too. Shoot to the wall and receive the ball back. That's one of the things that I told the boy that asked me how he can improve. I said that you should just find the wall, play the ball to the wall, do different first touches. Let's be match realistic. Ball and wall is just the secret to improving as a footballer. Ball and wall, that's what you need to improve as a footballer. You'll be able to take different first touches, match realistic first touches in different scenarios. You use your imagination. You don't need any cones. Just use your imagination to imagine if my defender is coming on my back, how will I turn him? Use your imagination. And then fun. Having fun as well is the key to training. It's the key to training unrestricted. How many times do you smile when you are doing cone drills? Maybe once or twice. But it's not really that fun. It's just boring and robotic. Sometimes you just hate football for a reason. And what was the reason we came to football in the first place? Because of the fun of football. That's why when I go out, I don't do 10 minutes warm up. I can just jog for like 2 minutes, and then the rest of my warm up will be freestyle juggling. The rest of my warm up will be freestyle juggling, where I play with the ball and have fun with the ball, doing different skills. Like, I don't know whether I'll still have been playing football if not that. Shh. Why now? I don't know if I would have. I don't. Sorry, guys. My dog is disturbing. But I don't know if I'll still be playing football if I not make it as fun as possible. That's the problem, and that's why many people quit football. They are doing too much hard work and grind, and that's not football. Football should be fun, enjoyable. Do skills that you see on TV. Enjoy yourself with the ball. Have fun. Like, I don't know how much simpler I can break this down. Just have fun, enjoy yourself, play with the ball. And then cross training. I want you to play different sports to improve your movement vocabulary, both mentally and physically. The problem is that most people specialize in one sport too early, and it makes them too robotic. When we were children, we used to run around, play with our friends, play tag, play basketball, anything that we got our hands on, we used to do. So I want you to cross train at least 2 to 3 times a week. Play multiple sports. Have fun, embrace nature. Get off your phone, get off the TV, and just go outside and play, have fun. Like, before I even recorded this video today, I went to go and jog with a ball, do different skills that I saw Ronaldinho doing, and I played tennis against the wall. So cross train, have fun, embrace nature. So that will give you the right stimulation in your brain to unlock new skills and to be more creative when it matters in football, and to give you the ability to think faster. Then the next step is to play more small-sided games. What do you think that Yamal, Neymar, Ronaldinho, Messi, Ronaldo, Maradona, what do all those players have in common? They played small-sided games when they were little. They played against their friends on the court all day long till their mothers called them inside to come and eat dinner. They played the game all day long. They played small-sided games. That's like a secret sauce that most people don't utilize, because most people are shy to go out and play. Some will even go out to, maybe they intended to play before. They want to have fun, they want to play. But when they get there, they'll be too shy to talk that they want to play. That's how it should be. Football should be fun. Go out. There's no excuse that you cannot find small-sided games. If you cannot find where they play small-sided games, then call your friends and you guys should meet up 2v2, 3v3, anything. Play small-sided games. Have fun. Be in the flow state. Enjoy yourself. Football should be fun. And that's like the main meat of this tutorial. Having fun, playing small-sided games. I want to play small-sided games at least 3 times a week. When I'm in school, I play small-sided games almost every day. Monday after school, I'm going to go and play set. Tuesday after school, off to set. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning set. Sunday evening set. Like, football is fun. Enjoy it now. Then fascia training. You might have heard of fascia before, but if you have not heard of fascia is a thin connective tissue that wraps around on the bones, organs, and nerves in our body, and is our largest sensory organ. It's responsible for athleticism. and coordination and skill. um I can't go too in depth on fascia, but if you want to learn more about fascia, you can google it up. And why you should train your fascia instead of training your muscles is that when you train your muscles, you become uncoordinated because you're training the body in parts. You're training your biceps separately, you're training your chest separately, you're training your thighs separately. And that's the wrong paradigm to go about it. The body is one whole unit and you should train it as one. And that's why fascia training is the best kind of training. And fascia training originated from Tai Chi. That's Tai Chi is I think a Japanese martial arts form that focuses on slow tension movements to coordinate the body as one. I'll probably put some clips of 3 exercises that you can use to train your fascia. But if you want a more in-depth guide on how to train your fascia, diet guide, more tutorial on the max intense principle, and everything you need to go from average to baller in 30 days, then click the first link in the description for my course. Thanks for watching. Bye.